Yeah, I'll fix that later. Actually, can I turn that in the window? Um, yeah, I don't like that right now. Okay. All right. Doofus plays around with his video settings. So I know this is not the normal time I'm streaming at. Had club responsibilities in Rocket League earlier. Um, Broadcasting a match, and then had my own match, um, which was disappointing. I just a little from column A, a little from column B on it. It's like sort of like I sort of beat myself, but I also gave my opponent the opportunity to beat me as well. So like it's a little frustrating. In part because like all my matches in ones this season, they've been there for the taking. But um, poor performance in Game 5 leads to my downfall. So I just keep letting my opponent stick around. Although to be honest, I think that was the first time I was actually leading going into Game 4. But so I'm here to drown my sorrows by clearing out the land. Goodbye, block. Don't have any emeralds. So it's not like I can do anything with the trader. But what you got? Oh, you haven't really updated your inventory. You just got more llamas. Mr. Trader, you are making this extremely difficult. But I will not murder you. I'll just, like, wait for you to walk off the cliff with your llamas. There is semi-wall coal. Oh, wrong tool. There's some diorite. I know I have some granite. Boxo gravel. Okay. Trader, I'm not gonna murder you, but you need to stop getting in my way. Kind of gonna need one of these caves to show up. Oh, Holmes, I'm just using the G-Force. I'll probably play around with some stuff this weekend. You know, because being lazy and all that. And because, like, not surprisingly, after my ones match, I want to not do anything, and what better way to not do anything than to clear out some chunks, block by block. Ooh, more gravel. More gravel for whatever the heck I'm gonna do with it out here. Like, you need to get out of my way. Okay. Now I get it. I get why. I get why, some people accidentally murder traders. Or they have tragic accidents. So the goal on this one is to probably go for an hour, you know, so I can attempt to get to bed at a reasonable hour. But, yeah, that's, I mean, you know, that's probably not going to happen. Okay, so how long is this going to take? Probably won't be done with this by the end of the weekend. Unless I go super deep. But I don't think that's happening. So... So I'm just trying to, like, mentally plan ahead, and I think I'm going for... Gotta look at water elevators. Oops. So 46 will take me 46 ladders. I'm looking at ladders. It'll take me down to 10, not counting what I need to place. Oh, goody. Excuse me. So where am I at? So that'll take me down to 13. So I need 4 sets of ladders. Ladders. Out of sticks. I'm out of planks. Tools. Make a hoe. Make an axe. Have some ow. Whatever. Whatever. Bloop, 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 bloop. Bloop, bloop. A dirt! Oh, okay. Man, that trader... Well, there's a cave. Or something. So, trader could end up in there. Okay. Approaching the end of another layer. Oh, goodbye, stone. So I forgot where I started on, actually. Because kind of like that'll give me a good idea where I'm going to end up at. Will you knock it off? There, let's go this way. No, let's... There, come on, let's go this way. Yeah. No. Let's go. No! No! If you go in the hole, like, there's more room for you to walk around. And you won't be in my way. Yes, you. Get in the hole. I don't want to hear any backtalk from you either. Why are you coming over here? kind of need you to have, like, a tragic accident, Mr. Trader. I'm not gonna lie. So it looks like we'll probably get down to like 50. That's not bad. I might have a zombie friend come though. It's just more efficient to do it this way. Diorite. I need more chests. Filling up the dirt. Got some more gravel too. I'm flying. Oh, he disappeared. Thank you. I will not miss you at all. What's up, Unforgiven?
Yeah.
I lost another game 5 in ones.
Well, that means nothing.
Well, I mean, you know,
Why you do this to yourself?
I don't know, because I'm trying
It's,
to get better.
it's equatable with trying to get, like, I don't know. I guess just playing Rumble, period. Not even, like, trying to get higher rank Rumble, just playing Rumble.
Like I can put up with Rumble for a little bit.
Until you get fucked.
Well, yeah. Again,
It's
like I used
same
to play
thing with the,
Magic. I used to play Magic. Like, there's a reason why I quit it. So I can only hold
well,
so much RNG.
yeah, from what I mean, feel free to correct me on this, but from having a friend who basically snorts the stuff up his nose, um, it's what it boils down to is pretty much who can get their combo off first wins.
And it depends. Like in Magic, it depends on the format and like what's viable. But you know, any older static format that doesn't have a rotating card pool, that sometimes holds true. But the further you go back, that becomes even more true, is who can assemble their combo.
Same, it's like in Rumble, who can get the most punches, plungers, and spikes.
Yeah, but I still think like there's a big advantage of people who can use power ups correctly.
Well, that and who actually are good at the game
Yeah,
by default.
yeah,
And not just the people who are good with power-ups, and then that's it. And they're like trash when,
yeah.
you
When
know,
it
when either they're defending against other power-ups and or when the ball's like not even getting physics, I guess you could say at all. It's just normal Rocket League. That's my favorite part of Rumble. It's the 10 seconds at the kickoff when no one has power-ups.
oh yeah, when the real Rocket League goals go in.
Yep. And then if you can't get one in within those 10 seconds, well, it's a toss-up.
I will probably be down to play some DRG tomorrow.
Alrighty.
Outside of my whatever other commitments I have.
Yeah, well, the mission should be reset
Yeah,
by tomorrow. Actually, I was probably gonna go play one mission tonight, but I'll check the terminal. I believe it is like at some point tonight,
yeah. I think you're right.
because I know it's on Wednesday, and I wanted to get that deep dive done today, just for the extra bonus.
Man, now there's just like so much to grind out. Like a weekly for more crafting materials, which like you don't need, but I probably do.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't need them as okay. Well, let me phrase that correctly. I don't need them as much as you do now,
Yeah.
but I still need them. I still need to stockpile them so I can, well, for one, buy new matrix scores when I unlock them.
Oh, I guess
Because
like for like yeah, the Matrix stuff and like promotions and that sort of thing.
so pretty
So
much all I have left to unlock as far as gameplay is concerned is just like overclocks, because I
right.
have all the upgrades for every single gun, for every single tool, for every character. Yeah, so they reset in 9 hours.
Okay.
So it's like what 6 tomorrow morning ish,
Yeah.
beginning of the day. I depending on how early you wake up.
I mean, I'm up by like 6:10. 6 o'clock, 6:10.
And then I have like a mission every 10 levels to go get something.
Yeah, I'm on my, like, I queued up my pickaxe mission. I think I'm like one step in.
Are you like player level 20-ish?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I think. Because I'm like, I don't think you're 30.
Oh, God, no. I'm like actually like 22. I just haven't had the time to queue it up. But now I do.
And then besides that, just cosmetics.
Yeah.
And those are expensive. Like, I gotta work on, I guess you could say I can work on getting the Mark 5 suits for every class. So that's, I mean, each one's 34,000 credits. So there's that. And then on top of that, all the resources you need for each one. Which right now I can't even meet a single one.
Yeah. I
And
guess
then,
I'll say like that's I guess the one nice thing to my approach is I could actually afford it.
yeah, for you can actually get all the cool shit for your engineer class because it's
Yeah.
the only one you pretty much main right now. Whereas since I main every class, if I want something like distributed equally, either I have to take long steps with it, or I have to do it all at once, but I have to farm like crazy just
Yeah.
to get the resources to do it all in one go. So that's kind of why like my progression has been a lot slower for cosmetics. And I guess for the weapons too, to an extent. I mean, you basically had maxed out engineers' weapons before I even did, so.
Yeah. But again, the advantage of one class.
And, you know, from playing deep dives today, I'm really appreciating me taking that initial investment in playing every class equally, because when I queue up for randos online, I mean, there could be generally, you know, for those dives, you want one of each class so you can have each class's strengths.
Yeah.
And so, like, when I was playing today, I had to first play a scout because my rest of my team was every other class. So it's like, well, you know, I'm not going to play a duplicate. I'm going to play one the team desperately needs, in this case, someone to, you know, get up there on engineers' platforms and mine stuff.
Yeah.
Um, and then the second time I went through, I had to play gunner because everyone had chosen the other three classes. So it has some benefits in that regard. It's just I gain stuff a lot slower because I tried to distribute it more equally, and my yeah, I guess you could just say that for everything. And I guess you could say also that my promotions are going to be slower too because I each class at least run close to the same. So if I like get a class that shoots up 2 levels because of like missions, or like I do enough deep dives and I coincidentally have to play that class multiple times and I just shoot up, I
Yeah.
have to like I'll basically stop playing that class for a couple days just so my other ones can get leveled up. But I guess I'm aiming for, I have one more of the beards in the shop left to get for every class, and that's only 9,000 credits.
Oh, so
So
only
I'm gonna need,
3,600.
yeah, so
Or
around 3,600 plus more than 300 Magnite for those alone. And then I have all the eyebrows and all the mustache is for every class. The headwear tab I'm not even going to focus on. I mean, I pretty much, I like the mining helmet. The one that, like, um, uses your equipped paint job.
yeah.
So it meshes well. I just like the mining helmet. I don't know, it just makes my character look more like a dwarf than if he just had bare hair, but whatever. I just like it. I like kind of having a, because your suit always comes with a light on it, and
Yeah.
then, I don't know, I just think having 2 lights on my character is cooler than one. Just personal preference. And some of these hats in here are, like, more expensive than, like, the armor.
Yeah.
Like, there's one down here for 30,000, and it's just a hat. Like, if I'm at least, if this one, the suit's 34,000. So like, but it fits your entire body. It's not just a hat, and it does look pretty fucking badass. Especially the drillers. The drillers Mark 5 suit looks so fucking good. Um, yeah. So some of these hats are a little bit crazy. A lot of them I don't even really care for, to be honest. Like, yeah, this one, 26,000 credits, and it's just like a hairstyle. Yeah, 22,000. A couple of these down here are like a little bit under 10, but even then, 10,000 times 4, there's 40,000 credits just for a single hat for all my classes. I kind of wish some of these carried over between dwarves, but then that'd make the grind a little bit less shorter. And I think part of the reason why this game is so fun is because it doesn't give you a whole lot for doing stuff. It kind of spreads it out so that you don't get, you always have a goal in mind.
Yeah.
So you're playing the game longer than you would if it kind of just was, I guess, quote unquote fair to you and awarded you all these things for every class if you unlocked it. Or like at least make a shop where like instead of it being all individual for each dwarf, it's grouped. So like, but the prices are adjusted equally. So like stuff is then more expensive, way more
Yeah.
expensive. But at least if you buy it now, it'll just immediately go to all your dwarfs. But it's part of the customization, I guess. Just one of those things. It's probably one of the only things in the game I have some grievance with. But I mean, I understand why they do it.
Yeah.
If it
I mean,
wasn't there, the game wouldn't have near as a long shelf life. And it is continuously getting updates, so it's like you're always working towards something. You always feel satisfied with unlocking something, and you don't have to pay real money for any of it too, which is always nice.
yeah.
So it's like when you see someone walking around with like the Mark 5 armor or whatever, and they got like all this like different cosmetic stuff on their character, they've either been playing for a long time or they've mained one character in particular for a long time and have grinded a lot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can even like the levels, player level and character level, like, you know, you can look at that and just say like, oh yeah, they played way too much.
Yeah, I had a couple guys in some lobbies today. One of them was like 117 player level. Had a couple other guys that were like around 60, and then I also played with some that are around your level. And these are just the servers that, like, when I look for deep dives, I try to go for the closest servers possible, so that kind of limits my search range a bit. Because especially on the Hazard 5 missions, I don't like to lag because I really don't want to be on delay when I'm getting swarmed up the ass
Oh yeah.
by absolutely everything in the game. So yeah, I mean, right now, I mean, that was earlier today, I think, about the time, everyone was starting to come home. So if I went to join like a deep dive right now, yeah, so I'm looking at a medium search distance from basically Central America. And an open server type, there's only 2 right now. One's close and one's medium. And the medium one is half full, and then the close one currently needs 1 more. So, I think all these grade ones, the grade ones are password protected, I think, for everyone else who wants to like set theirs open to search on public servers, but you can't join without a password. I don't know if ours would show up. Like if I hosted a deep dive, for example, but it was friends only, if it would still show up in the server list
Oh,
as
I don't know
as it
actually.
being, because it's like if it's set to friends only, then it shouldn't be joinable for everyone else anyway. I mean, that's what the majority of this list is.
Yeah.
Like it's like there's a few public servers and then everything else is, and these aren't just ones that are full. There's a couple of these that only have a couple people playing. and they have open slots, but you can't join them.
I mean, we also really haven't
I
played
love
around
this.
with that.
I love this deep dive's name. He named it, "I finished the elite deep dive twice. Will take people along for the ride, but no promises to carry." In parentheses. Yeah, I had a one run earlier where I got inside a group. We dropped down. The horde came. A fucking detonator showed up, and it completely fucked us up. My team, our gunner, like ran ahead, and we needed him more than anything, and we got stomped. And it didn't help that there was a whole bunch of them Mactura grabbers flying around.
Oh, well,
So
yeah,
yeah,
that'll do it.
so that made everything worse. So not only was I trying not to get snatched, I was also trying to avoid the large fucking detonator in the middle of the room. And this was on Magma Core, where the ground's always on fire. So it was just a whole bunch of bullshit. And yeah, so we filled that pretty fast. I was the last one up, coincidentally. I like got carried by a grabber, and he let go of me eventually. Then I'm like, oh, I'm fine. And then a fucking oppressor showed up, and I got squeezed into a tight spot, and I got overran till I died. And then of course, like Rocket League fashion, one of the guy that ran ahead, that was the gunner, and just basically doomed us all. He types GG in the chat and leaves.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god, where have I seen that before? Hmm. Um.
Good job. It was a team mission,
Yeah,
and you failed it.
it's a team mission versus like four humans versus AI. It's like I would understand there to be, at least I'd expect there to be less toxicity, at least in a game where you're just versing the AI.
Yeah,
I mean, you're not really losing anything, especially if it's right out of the gate. At least you haven't been playing for half an hour and then you lose. Like that one I had earlier, where we got to the very last mission objective, and we just got overwhelmed, and the
yeah,
mission was like 30 minutes long. I can understand you maybe getting frustrated at that, especially with it being a random queue. It's like you got no idea how good your teammates are and if they understand how the game works at Hazard 5.5. So yeah, I honestly think the regular deep dives are easy enough for you to do solo.
yeah. Okay.
I mean, I think the max difficulty they get is at like Hazard 3 or 3.5, and that's generally what I play anyway. So I don't know, it might be a little bit more of a challenge for you, because I know do you not generally play Hazard 3 solo?
I've been working my way up, but right now I'm on 2.
So it might be a little bit more of a challenge to what you're used to, but Hazard 3 is not going to be. It's the step from 2 to 3 is much more easier to handle than the step from like 3 to 4 or
Yeah.
4 to 5. So you'll probably be okay. And if you're playing engineer, I mean, you have basically everything unlocked for that class, and you can use your turrets as a pseudo me, I guess. Or I guess you could random queue it too. Majority of people are nice and they understand how to play, so I mean, it's just like, you'll have a bad apple every once in a while. I've only done 3 online random deep dives with people, so I'd say my search size is fairly limited. Or not search size, my sample size.
Yeah, that's a very small sample size.
So, but from what I understand of the Deep Rock community, it's like 90%, 95% of people are going to be nice, if not,
Well, I mean,
maybe neutral.
there's like no competition in it.
Yeah,
Because
it's all versus bots,
yeah, it's like
the AI. So yeah, it's very hard to get mad, or at least I would think you'd think it'd be very hard to get mad at your teammates in a game where you're really not losing anything, even if you do die. You're just, I guess, losing half an hour of your life in a game that goes along. Some missions take a very long time anyway.
Yeah.
And it's like you're playing a very difficult mission anyway, and this is what you're getting yourself into. So, expect the consequences to be pretty harsh if you do fuck up. But yeah, do you think people would be uh, less toxic with their teammates since it's just versus bots?
Yeah.
This isn't Rocket League or League of Legends or CS:GO or whatever any other online competitive game.
I can hear that music from here. My roommate reinstalled uh, on PS4 the real version of Fortnite,
Oh no.
which of course is Fight the Storm, the PvE content. Um, because one of the people we know is stuck in San Francisco, I believe for work for the next 6 months, and is like, well, I need something to do. And he like looked at me and like, I'm not gonna hate you for doing it. I understand you do it. And I swore that game off. It was fun while it lasted, but also I don't know when I'd have time to play it. Because if he's like, if I know him for Magic, so if like he was working, West Coast hours, it's like, well, like even if you get home at a reasonable hour, that's like my prime Rocket League hours. You know, like my day is actually like play Minecraft, play Rocket League, do something else, which is either DRG or other things. Although I did say I could be talked into Division 2 if that game's unfucked.
Okay. Yeah, I need to unlock those amethyst hairstyles. Those look so good. Coincidentally enough, I've obtained the jade hairstyles before I've obtained the purple ones. You'd think it'd be the other way around. Because, with jade as being an area the game doesn't send you, a lot to, and the resource being fairly limited, even when you do go there. No, I get all that before the Crappa ones. So I'd need, what, 240 total Crappa, and then about 48,000 credits-ish, probably about 50,000.
How much is it?
Well, each hair is 12,600 credits, so that's going to put me at about...
So that's 48 plus 2,400. Right?
Yep, 2,400, so about...
50/40 or
Yeah.
50/400. I can do math.
So around 50,000 credits, and then about 240 Crappa, which isn't the difficult part, it's just the credits. I mean, I could just mass sell everything I have for money, but I'd rather not do that. I'll come across it when I come across it.
Yeah.
I have a couple other skins to get, but I don't really care for the golds, the skin color, or the frozen one. The pumpkin one I might do. I'd need only 44,000 credits. The stuff's not cheap.
That's like 10 missions at least.
Yeah. And I mean, if I get a good mission with a ton of gold, and it was like the deep dives can actually give you a lot of gold because they're basically 3 missions in one,
Yeah.
albeit shorter ones, to combine to be the length of a normal mission-ish. But you definitely get a lot of credits for that, and experience too. Yeah, that scout suit or the engineer suit's pretty badass. Fuck, all of them are. I honestly kind of think the Mark IV scout suit looks better than the Mark V, just from personal preference. But every other one looks like just a direct upgrade. Yep. I always kind of feel feel and figure with how my dwarf looks when I see other people like in lobbies and they're like 100 plus player level and their dwarf is like it's like someone new joining into Rocket League and not having any of the cool stuff, and then seeing someone like decked out in like a black market car, that kind of thing. Like, wow, their car looks so fucking cool, and my loom looks like shit.
Wow.
They have like all these like beards, fancy beard styles and colors, and their guns look like skin meshes that I've never seen before, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Some of them are in like the Matrix cores too.
Yeah, and again, and that's random about which ones you get. So it's like, well, they may think the same way about like some of my Matrix core cosmetics.
Okay. So,
Yeah, I've got a Matrix core cosmetic for beard for every class but my gunner, which is funny because he's basically who I if I had a choice I'd main, even though I kind of main every class. He was kind of like my first pick out of all of them, and he's the one that has like the least customization options. Driller's probably the class I would play the least often if I had the choice. And but then he's the one with all my customization, so go figure.
well, sometimes just
And then engineer and scout are kind of just like balanced. It's like I play them like I basically play engineer when you're not around, and then I play scout when you are around.
all right.
Okay, so I guess at this point credits are gonna matter more than anything else, so I'll have to do some gold rush missions. So I want to aim for something that, yes, like this mission, lethal enemies, gold rush, elimination, max cave complexity, max mission length, and it's in the magma core, so that's always fun.
Yeah, that sounds like just a real treat there. This is not the fucking dense biozone.
No, what a real treat was, I did a haunted cave mission earlier, assassination as well. I had to kill 3 dreadnoughts while the fucking ghosty bitch was following me. And I was playing driller, so I had the least mobility of every class. Oh my god, that was fun. And the best part, it was in the biozone, where mobility probably matters the most. Oh, that was fun. I basically got hit by him like multiple times just because I literally could not evade him. And instead of the biozone being huge and like complex like it normally was, it just had very steep declines, and it would, and those areas were very like small. Like speaking of like width,
Yeah.
like they were not very wide, but they were very deep. So I had nowhere to move when Mr. Ghosty Bitch would come to fuck my ass. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do the Magma Core mission. There is one, oh, that one's 1700 credits. This one's only 1290. Okay, but what's the percentage bonus for lethal enemies? I had to go look this up again. I kind of memorized which ones give the most. I know